Sup. Yo. We're going to try and something different tonight. Episode 33, 34, 33. I don't know. Mitch just told me. I already forgot.
Episode 33.
Yeah, 33?
Yep.
Okay. G'day, guys. We're back for Infrared Podcast. You know, tonight we've got Beggsy and we've got Josh Gannon, a good mate of mine, ZEDA, coming on to talk shit about bush doofs. So,
Yeah.
What's that look for?
Nothing. I'm watching.
Oh yeah, all right.
I was gonna say thanks for having us, but okay, never mind. I guess I'm not wanted here.
Oh yeah, I see how it is.
But no, thanks. Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
How we doing? I guess.
So, we've had you on before, Josh.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
But we haven't had Beggsy on yet.
Yeah.
So it's time to shine. So who are you and what do you do?
I'm a young up and coming DJ, and yeah, I started DJing maybe like early last year, just like on and off with like a mate, and it wasn't really anything special, but we're going to like doofs at the same time, and kind of just grew from like wanting to stand on the side to being in control of like the energy.
It can be like that sometimes, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you're just like hanging out on the side of the stage and you're just
Yeah.
like, damn, I want to be up there. I want to get up there and
seeing
show off.
literally, yeah.
So you've only been DJing for a year now, huh?
Yeah, just under, yeah.
That's pretty like quick into it then.
Yeah.
How many like events have you done now?
Oh, around 8.
Around 8?
8 or 9, yeah.
That's
like
pretty good
proper,
for like your first
Yeah.
solid year, I think.
Yeah,
It's not bad at all.
it all kind of like came quickly, and I don't know, I went through phases of just like sitting there thinking, oh this isn't like for me sort of thing, and then it just like within maybe like a few weeks, like gig after gig after gig after gig, and it just like blew up, and yeah, I don't know, now we're here, and
Yeah.
I'm just
Now we're here.
I'm going, it's good.
Somebody's a bit shy on the podcast.
Oh yeah, of course. I knew this was gonna happen.
That's all right. We'll get it out of you. So
Just quickly as well, I have to actually say is that Zach actually messaged our page how long ago? Like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
4 weeks ago?
Yeah, I seen you guys with another mate, Matthew Evans.
Oh yeah,
came
Matt
on.
Evans. Yeah, shout out Matt.
Yeah.
He's
I
a
met-
good dude.
Yeah, I met him through like a DJ course that we did, Your Shot.
Oh, you
Like-
did your shot as well?
Yeah, it was
Shit, we got heaps of stuff to talk about.
yeah. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Real different. But yeah, I did Your Shot with him, and yeah, we've just supported each other through Facebook and whatnot, like ever since then. I guess. Yeah, just always trying to like motivate each other and whatnot.
But that's good though. That's what you need in the industry, right?
Yeah, of course. And I want to do that with like anyone I meet. I'm always trying to like push them further into it and stuff.
It's
like, with all the
always
music
good
stuff.
lending a helping hand and just it's
Even
all
though I'm
about
still,
that's
even
it.
though I'm still starting out and whatnot, like I just like.
But you've had 8 gigs already, so it's not bad.
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty good. It's good fun. I love it. I love like the energy. I'm sure you'd agree. Like just like the crowd's energy and like I don't know.
Certainly the atmosphere. That's what brings a lot of people back.
Yeah. Well, Josh, now that you've had your little input, so how many gigs have you played now? And
So yeah,
what
when
have you been doing?
I first came on the podcast,
It was like what was the
you can see
21st
there, right
of
there,
the
21st of the first.
fucking
I
January.
only played one gig at Bush, like at the time. But now I've played. I don't know.
I reckon like 20 plus.
No,
Not yet.
no, like I probably played like 10 more now. But
But
so,
they've been long sets though, right?
they've been like 2-hour sets, 1-hour sets. Like it really depends on the event. But what's it called? I just essentially headlined at a gig not last week, the week before, and that was really fun. That was like essentially prime time. So
What time?
it was 11 p.m. on the Saturday.
No shit, 2 hours though? Or?
It was only 1 hour because they had so many.
Still, that's not
they
bad.
had so many
11
DJs.
to 12, like.
Yeah, they had so many DJs at that event that they could only fit people in for our sets.
So how are you finding sets at the moment? Like in terms of like getting these sets?
So
Yeah, what about both of you? Like, how are you guys getting these sets and stuff? Like,
you gotta chase after it.
it's networking, right?
I guess so. Yeah, it's first approaching one of the crews and saying, "Hey, I'd like to play," and they, hopefully they give you a chance, which they normally always do. It just normally is like a small, like pretty low pressure set.
Open set, maybe like at the start of the
Just
night.
for like to catch some of the viewers up, we are talking specifically about the rave,
Yeah,
underground,
bush
bush
doofs
doof scene.
Yeah.
Not necessarily getting a gig at a
pubs
club.
or bars. Or
Yeah.
clubs,
So from that
Yeah.
perspective, like, how are you getting? How does a DJ become an underground DJ, like a bush doof DJ?
Well, I guess it's always first getting involved in the underground scene in the first place.
yeah,
Because it's always it's always about like subcultures are always not a rejection, but normally kind of like a transgression of the current mainstream, how I see it.
all right,
So-
getting deep now.
Yeah, here we go.
Already, was
We're
it
into
5 minutes?
Aggression,
5 minutes in.
So
heady stuff already.
yeah, it's like normally like people who are looking for things that aren't aren't exactly part of the status quo, or like clubbing, like people like personally I don't really like clubs. I feel like it's very
Same.
like dense and compact, and it's
Yeah,
normally
it's just a sweat pit. Basically.
and normally the people that it attracts aren't the best people to be around.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I'm a male, so I normally don't cop much stuff except like aggression maybe from some males, but like
Females.
the amount of stories I hear about women getting like
Yeah, it's
harassed out there.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I guess that leads to people wanting to look for other sort of ways in order to like express themselves in the same way, because people just go out there to dance and have a good time.
Yeah.
There is an element of like with the underground scene though, there being specific genres that people attribute to them. Do you think that's a fair assumption in Perth, or do you think we have a very diversified underground scene?
Well, I would.
Can be very diversified.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would agree
Well,
with
I mean,
that.
what have you seen? Like, what have you witnessed? What parties have you gone to, and what's the music that's playing?
Oh, I've heard of like hardstyle and like happy hardcore type raves going on.
I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that we've got a hardstyle scene.
Yeah.
Like apparently, there's these raves that are starting back up after
Yeah.
COVID.
Well, it's one of those things, like, it used to be so big in the 90s, but it's
Yeah.
kind of like, it disappeared for a little bit, but it's always been around. It's
Yeah.
always been here.
And
I
then
feel
you-
like we're going through a bit of a renaissance at the moment for underground music, and I think definitely because like I don't know about anyone else, if anyone else has noticed this, but I've been out clubbing as the clubs have come back, and it's packed. The lines,
Yeah, it's
I've been
flat
waiting in
out.
lines for 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
and
what
stuff.
about, tell us the
that.
story about the other week at the front of Magnet House. It's like 90-minute wait or something.
Yeah, I waited for 2.5 hours.
In the
line for
rain,
Magnet
did you?
House. No, it wasn't in the rain. It
Oh,
was in the
that's
VIP line.
Okay,
They have
that's
two
right.
lines,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
for VIP entry and one for the
They've
other one.
always
So
had
I got
two
on the list,
lines.
and I still had to wait for 2.5 hours.
2.5.
That's fucked. I
Not
think,
even
anyway.
90 minutes.
But anyway,
But it's the restrictions, though. That's the only reason why,
Yeah.
right? Because
Well-
it's not phase 5 yet.
let's I think we should move on to maybe talking about. Was that not subtle enough? I'm sorry.
But then I get what you mean with the diversity, because there's a big like techno scene, especially with raves. Like I don't go to them, but I know friends who go. I've heard them like they're happening probably once every. They used to happen every week, like weekend, and then obviously it's spread out thin. But as far as I know, it's coming back. And then you also have the boys over at Soon, who like do their kind of thing.
Shout out soon, boys.
I feel like it's going to be like where I was going with what I was saying is like it's going to be like the new thing to do instead of going to clubs is like go to these underground
yeah.
illegal raves
Well,
or
it's just,
doofs.
I honestly think it's just because people don't want to spend money on the entry
Yeah,
fee and
and
then
that-
buying drinks.
Yeah.
And it's like, you go to a bush doof, you just go to bloody Dan Murphy's, go buy a couple of bottles of vodka, away you go.
And also with a doof or a rave, like you've got an opportunity to like go and talk to people
it's so much
and
more than
chill or come back to the dance floor and like you get to choose.
Yeah, it's you can in a club that it's like all in one, like you said, all in one like closed in environment where you're all just together and stuff. Whereas a doof, it's just
Yeah, it's almost like
everywhere,
there's
all
nowhere
over
to
the
go.
place.
Like
Yeah.
you can't hide or
yeah,
anything.
and
Which is a weird feeling to think like you want to hide or
it
something
gets
like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
at times. But
Sometimes you just want to go away for 15 minutes and take a breath. You know what I mean?
But
But
then
I would-
again, you got the whole bush. So if
Yeah.
you keep walking further, like far enough,
Yeah.
you will reach that point of like no.
Yeah.
And you just and it's so much better instead of sitting out in
The smoking section or
yeah,
something
or
like that,
sitting
yeah.
out in the street of a club and like in the city or something like
You're
that.
in an
you know?
alleyway or whatever.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like, you know, it has its moments where, you know, say like back in the day with Amber, people would go and sit in the alleyway and they'd love it and they'd enjoy it.
Yeah.
But you're still sitting in the alleyway.
Yeah,
You know, if
exactly.
you're sitting out in the bush, you're out in the bush.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's having a good time. It's just forests and it's great.
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah.
good vibes.
Like I really like the rave scene, but yeah, there is that still the fact that they happen mostly in enclosed spaces like warehouses, and I love the aesthetic of warehouse raves. But like you do have that complete difference where with doofs it's camping with a huge
and
speaker
it's got
system.
that element
yeah.
to it where you just
But-
wake up in the morning and the music's still going and it's all just so it's bliss. It's
And you can sleep there.
Yeah.
What rave have you been to where you like bring your sleeping bag and like
Well, I was
your
gonna say,
PJs?
It sucks that Southbound isn't around anymore, but Southbound kind of was like that, where you could go and get the camping tickets. But that's still a festival, though. Music hits, I guess with the doof, the music's still going almost 24/7, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you've got like,
It's more.
you've got commercialized things that are like that.
Yeah,
for
that's what I was
example,
looking
like
for,
Blazing Swan and
commercialised.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But well, even like Blazing Swan, would you consider that commercialized or more just like an organized rave?
Blazing Swan is legal.
Yeah.
They have actual.
Well, I mean, it has to be at that size.
Yeah,
There's
they
no
have
way-
licenses and they have
Exactly,
huge teams of like
Ranges.
essentially how my understanding so far, because I haven't been yet. It's actually essentially an
Can I
accumulation
borrow
of.
that ashtray? That's right.
It's an accumulation of most all the doof communities within WA coming together.
Yeah.
Because for Blazing Sun, we have some of our crews actually go over and like do theme camps.
Yeah. And you say some of our crews, like,
the ones in
Some of the ones that operate in Perth.
yeah,
Like
okay.
not as in our crews
Yeah,
personally,
yeah.
but as in like people that we know who throw these events. I know that they've set up theme camps.
Yeah.
Because you can get over like 50 different.
Yeah,
theme
when
camps in the
we were
place
talking
and
about the other
stuff.
day
It's just-
when the last podcast, not one of the last podcasts, is like there's a Star Wars themed one or something, wasn't
Yeah.
there?
That's-
And it's like
yeah.
they do
But
all
that
sorts
was-
of
I'm
cool
not
shit.
surprised.
I
Like,
do know
Yeah.
one very specifically. There's the one called the Church of Belligerents. And it's, as far as I know from the descriptions, it's legitimately they build a church out there in the desert. And they play heavy metal. So it's not just electronic dance music that they play at Blazing Swan. It's apparently a lot of live musicians as well.
That's pretty
And like
cool.
you even have, like I said, like you have heavy metal,
But like
bands
heavy
playing.
metal is like electronic
like
metal, or-
grunge, as
Yeah.
far as
Oh,
I'm aware.
fuck.
Yeah.
Like I said, I
That's
haven't been
where-
personally, but that's what I've heard.
Yeah, that's how diversified it is, though. You
Yeah.
know, like going out there.
But that's
and-
what's so good though, right?
Yeah,
Like, because then
exactly.
with that diversity, it's just like
Yeah.
you can kind of just fit in with your group of people
Exactly,
in a way.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
the people you get along with, kind of.
that
thing.
said as well, like a rave crowd is its own beast. Like you have to
Yeah.
find the right group of people as well.
Yeah.
And these sorts of events are very picky about the people that they want to come to their events, because obviously you want to know dickheads sort of policy.
Yeah.
And so there are some raves that are going around that I know of at the moment that are like invite only.
Yeah.
And you won't just like see it advertised or
Yeah.
just be allowed to come and stuff. So
But it's good with that though.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That's what
it's
keeps
a
it
bonus.
underground.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
That's it. Yeah.
And it keeps that good good culture and
Yeah.
that good
Normally-
vibe there.
Normally with ours, it's the kind of logic is you don't invite people that you wouldn't trust in your own house.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a very good thing.
Because you are essentially like you are out in the middle of the bush. The nearest hospital is a half hour to an hour drive. There are no emergency services. There's no ambulance. There's no fire, no firefighters, and most importantly, there are no cops.
And there's probably no one there sober enough to take you home.
No.
Yeah.
There
Well,
are
there's-
there are
yeah,
people
there are
like the
sometimes.
people throwing the events. They normally have they
Yeah.
well,
Well, yeah,
they
this
always
is the
have
difference
people
between a more
dedicated.
commercialized and a more illegal underground sort of one.
Yeah.
I'm talking about anyway.
But it's also like the things, yeah.
Even
There's
then,
there's no justice out there, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like there's obviously people's moral code, but like
Yeah.
if someone starts acting up,
Yeah,
the only people that can deal with that situation are the people at the campsite.
Yeah.
Like actually there.
I wonder how many times I've had to cable tie someone. Just be like, "You're acting
sure.
up."
Normally
Like,
rope.
it's just-
It's normally rope.
It's normally rope.
Normally
Oh,
rope.
see, okay, it has happened before.
It's
rope to a
standard
tree.
protocol.
yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, you get either
You
what
get
you basically
roped
get
up.
you get grounded to the camp essentially, depending how bad it is. You get grounded to your camp. We're like, all right, we're checking up on the camp every hour.
Yeah.
If you're not there, you're
Yeah.
going around a tree,
Yeah. I went to one. It was like one.
and no one will let you down.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I'm not
No
surprised though,
dickheads
right?
policy.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say though, Zach?
I went to it was like one of my first kind of ones, third or something like that. But it was a lot bigger. One of the bigger ones. It was on like a private property and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, one guy there kind of acted up a little bit, and the host of the party came up, grabbed him, and sat him by the tree at the gate. And yeah, I went over and started speaking to him and whatnot, and it's like, yeah, don't speak to him. He's in the naughty
time
corner.
out.
Yeah, yeah.
No shit.
And you're just like, oh, okay.
But like, you have to do it sometimes.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
imagine. Like
exactly.
the very first stuff I ever went to, right? Like when I went out there, it was a mate invited me. I had no idea what I was going to, and there were some crackheads out there.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, skinheads.
Yeah.
Bald, singlets on, looked like they've been partying for days and days
Yeah.
and days. and they're just like looking around for a fight, basically.
Yeah.
I've never experienced. That was the very first doof I went to, and that was like 5 years ago. But it seems like the culture's completely changed, and there's just no dickhead
It's
policy.
like a zoo
now.
of people, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, to an
That's
extent,
it.
yeah.
It's exactly
So
like,
you get all walks of life, good and
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
and
that's
there's
what I was-
always going to be like the odd idiot or two. You
Yeah.
know, like, but it's the fact that, you know, like in a club scene, a lot of the time you've got alcohol involved in it, and the people starting this stuff are already drunk and angry and whatnot, and bringing the police into it to deal with it just
makes it worse. to an
you know,
extent,
and I don't know, I feel like having it out of the doof, like you've got your mates there to kind of calm them, they've got their mates there to calm them down, or you can, there's so many other options you can do without resorting to throwing them onto the floor and handcuffing them and stuff like that.
That's exactly
you
it.
know?
Violence never solves
Yeah,
anything.
exactly
It's just
that.
like,
yeah.
you know, it's like, you know, rest his soul, but just like what happened with Paramount when he gets king hit.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's unfair
I
to
heard
living
about
shit
that, and
house.
it's I know a few people, not personally or anything, that are going through like that know him, and
What does that mean?
I was just like, that's like just like another reason why I don't like nightlife
Yeah.
in like
Yeah.
the CBD, like in terms of clubbing, just because you just have stuff like that happen.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But you can't control that sometimes. It's
Yeah.
like a good example was I was talking to a mate about this the other night. I went and played at a gig at a bar up north in Joondalup, right? And it was for the McGregor fight. And it was like the
Cool.
Mayweather McGregor fight.
Yeah.
And as soon as it was over, it's not that I could see fists getting thrown, but I was like, I need to get out of here.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
are yelling. People
Yeah.
are going off their shit. It's
Yeah.
like they were not happy that he got whoever it was that got knocked out.
What do they say? What's the quote that I've heard it before? It's like environment,
No.
emotions, and
No, I've been saying this. It's like when you go to a bar, what are the 3 things you should look at? 3, 4 things. The atmosphere, the people in there. What is it? You know, is it a rock and roll venue? Or
We were
whatever
talking
the
about
hell it is?
that.
well, not
the-
necessarily. I'm just talking about what promotes a friendly, happy.
You might be
and-
talking
Yeah.
about like Leave No Trace, something like that. There's
Well,
Leave
yeah,
No
that's sort of
Trace.
like-
That was
and
one
then
topic we
there's-
actually wanted to talk
sort of like
about,
an
right?
underground ravers, doofers, sort of like code almost.
Oh, like
Yeah.
PLUR, like peace, love, unity, and respect.
Yeah, similar, but it's
Wait,
to do
what?
with like
It's-
taking drugs, using substances, doing alcohol and stuff. Like it's about obviously moderation, but also it's about your environment. It's about the mood that you're in before you
people
go
that look
into
after
whatever drug, substance, drink.
But it's everywhere though. You know,
Yeah.
you can't just say it's just in one.
There's no
one
like
place.
I wouldn't say there's any like kind of like mnemonic or like saying. Like the only ones I can think of, is like stuff like peace, love, unity,
Yeah.
respect.
Google
That's more like
mnemonic?
a.
Leave no trace.
That's more.
I know the leave no
Do
trace.
you know what a
one as well.
mnemonic is? A mnemonic is
Come on, I thought Google could show us. but
It's
all
normally
right.
an acronym that's used as a memory device.
All right, Mr. Encyclopedia.
So
It's
like,
like slip, slop, slap.
yeah.
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 a very complex version of Slip Slop Slap.
It's like
It's
you
a
know,
reminder
PEMDAS,
to wear
PEMDAS?
sunscreen.
like how like the operation, like we know whether or not to add and subtract and multiply, divide first when you're looking at like. Did you not learn this in primary school?
Mate, I dropped out of high school.
Oh.
Oh my
This
god.
podcast is going so quick.
Yeah.
Come on, this
wow.
is going great.
But
Come on,
yeah,
no one
so
can fight with me.
there's
like,
no
oh,
yeah,
this
so
is
there's
all
no
right.
like
Fuck.
there's
No
no
one
like
can fight me.
mantra or like one phrase that perfectly sums it up. But it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's things like know your limits.
Have good people around.
Yeah,
you.
have
Yeah.
good friends around
Yeah.
you. Like you're responsible for the people
Don't
that
bring
you
your
bring
baggage
out.
with you as well. Like
There's
your
you leave
unhappiness and-
your troubles and your like your
Yeah.
or essentially your beef back in the
I
city.
don't think
Yeah.
I don't think
Or back
everyone's.
home.
I
Because
just,
sorry, yeah.
so I was gonna say I don't think everyone can leave their missile at home. If you're gonna leave your baggage
Well,
at
I mean, you can, but
You know what mean?
I don't know how she'll feel about that.
That's it. Well, babe, I'm going out to a doof. See you later.
Yeah.
I'll be back in 4 days.
I mean, yeah. Unless they love it and come with you.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah. But that's where you're gonna
Well,
find
that
the
would be
right
the
missile.
Well, that's the
right?
thing. You have like it's kind of a
She's not baggage then, though.
Yeah.
She's your best mate. Best
Yeah,
mate then.
exactly.
it's things like just like know your limits. Kind of like
Mm.
it's that's literally it. It's just kind of like knowing how much you can handle when you're out there because you are camping out
Being
there.
in
You're taking
control.
care of yourself and your friends.
That's it. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
not just like I can handle myself in whatever state I'm in. It's also like if my friends need help, am I able to help them?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like one thing, well, I would say with my friends, I'm not saying I'm the responsible one, but I always like try to.
Is there a reason why they call you grandpa?
Well, yeah, yeah, that's the whole thing. Like ZEDA comes from the Yiddish word for grandpa. Because I guess I kind of look over my friends. And,
But that's a good thing.
And
though.
kind of like an angry
definitely.
like
That's
grandpa
really
way.
good
It
thing.
used to be
Setting.
kind of like I used to be the dad of the group, and now it's like I'm the grandpa of the group.
Yeah. He's
I
not
just
the
want to say
mum.
thank you, David. David just sent a comment in saying set and setting, and that's what I was
Is
going
that
for.
David
Set
Wiley?
and setting.
Oh yeah, how you doing, mate?
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Shout out.
I remember the thing you're talking about atmosphere, aesthetic, and demographic.
That's
That was,
it. Yeah. Those
Yeah.
three. Yeah.
But
yeah.
yeah, well, I mean,
No,
like,
sorry, I just derailed that. I'm very
No,
sorry.
you did
No, that's
not.
cool.
All right. Well, it was one of the topics we were going to talk about, but then Mitch decided to steal it off me. So what is involved with promoting like a healthy kind of like, you know, atmosphere for doofs in a way? Because like, you know how we were just saying, it's like, you know, going out, making sure everyone's, you know, good,
Yeah.
and the people you're hanging out with are the right people, and, you know, making sure there's no trouble and this and that. But like when you go out to these doofs, it's like, you know, I guess you said no, don't bring your baggage. But like, what else would you take with you? Like, you know, like for example, it's like when we had that car park rave, we had all the LED lights. You know, the girls with like all their stuff kind of thing, like dancing and all that sort of stuff. But it's like, what would you usually package and prepare to go out to one of these places? I mean, obviously food, right? Because you'd be going out for 3 days.
Yeah.
But what else would you take it with you? Tents, tarps.
Yeah, I usually pack my swag, esky, like extra clothes, always extra like socks and like all your
Because it can
especially
get really,
socks.
it can get really cold out
Oh,
there. Right?
yeah,
What the hell are
definitely.
session socks? Like you just walk around with your socks on?
sessions. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Oh, I
yeah.
thought you said session socks. Then.
No, I said especially socks.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
especially
yeah,
socks.
yeah.
That sounds like
Especially
I mean,
sesh socks.
we can start a new trend. Session
Because
socks.
That's
there's-
it. Like,
love
bring
that.
back sesh socks.
It is almost impossible to fall asleep when you have wet socks.
Oh
yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
And like, things, especially during the winter, things get very cold and very wet very quickly.
yeah.
So you always want
And the
spare.
importance of bedding as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I literally went to a camp not long ago and I just took a sleeping bag. Not fun.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, you need something. You want something. You're camping essentially, so you want
Yeah.
a tent. You want some kind of shelter, whether that be an actual tent or a swag,
Yeah.
and you want something to elevate yourself off the ground. Not only because it's cold, but because the bass of the subs is that loud, you actually feel
Yeah.
the bass as you're laying down on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like even
in
when you have a
cars.
Really?
Even in cars, you're in a little box and it just
it just thumps
amplifies
through,
it.
right?
if you
Yeah,
touch
it's
any
so
part of the
shit.
outside,
Yeah.
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 And even like if you have an air mattress, because I bring an air mattress out normally, even then it's like holding a balloon
Yeah.
near like a sub, how it slightly vibrates.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
But you can still slightly feel it.
Yeah.
But obviously you have like insulation. Obviously you get tired to the point where it just kind of like normalizes.
Yeah.
And, like
Yeah.
you just fall asleep.
Yeah.
Especially
It's one
if
of
you're
those
playing
things.
at like. Sorry.
No, you go. Yeah.
Especially if you're playing at like a 10 o'clock set and then you play like another 2 o'clock set and like all that kind of stuff. You're always like wanting to sleep. Like you always have to fit. Like you're so tired from like just constantly moving around and going to this place. And it happened a lot at the last one we did where you had that huge set and stuff, like the 2 weeks ago. Like I had a set at, my first one was 9 and then I had one at
Like
straight
9 p.m.
yeah, and
Yeah,
then Friday night, and then 10 p.m. straight after that on the side stage. So I was going from the main stage to the side stage,
Yeah.
and then I'm pretty sure I had a massive break to sleep then, and then I had another one. I think it was like 2 o'clock in the morning Saturday on the side stage. So it was like,
Shit.
yeah, you've always got to like, yeah, but yeah, the Friday night I was way too tired. Like I just sleep, you know, like what you were saying, you just
Yeah,
pass
yeah.
out.
You want to
like,
get
it's
sleep
just-
whenever you can,
Yeah,
because
so-
sometimes you don't stop dancing until about 5 or 6 in the morning, and depending on what time of year that is, the sun could already be up.
That's
Yeah.
exactly.
So you
it.
also want something that will keep you under shade, out of the sun during
Hmm.
the day, because your tent normally always just turns into a sauna.
Yeah.
I just want to take this moment just to read out a few comments, just while I got a bit of a break.
Oh shit.
Hi, David again. He said, "Wait, Josh, I found you a new stop sign." Hi, man.
Ooh, a new one.
Oh,
A new stop sign, apparently.
Uh-oh.
Jacob Sutton says that bass on the floor is quality.
yeah.
Jessica, Jessica Lee McAuley.
Yeah, Jess, yeah.
Come on, Josh. We lay on the ground for a reason. Gotta feel the music, bruh. And
good.
David again says, haha, my thoughts exactly. Not sure what his thoughts on that were, but
I gotta admit, that's pretty cool though. It's like you can be actually like, well, how far away would you guys camp up, kind of thing, from the speakers?
Depends.
For like a K away, like 500
Oh,
meters.
Nah, no.
Depending on the site, because like
Yeah.
obviously, yeah, you have different sites that you use, and they have very different sizes, and depending on whether or not you can go behind the speakers or not, has a vast difference.
Yeah.
Because
Sometimes they'll set the speakers up at the back of the site and have it blasting all the way down
across
like,
the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or they could have it like on a 90-degree tilt, and then you've got all this space that doesn't.
Exactly.
Or-
Yeah, because it's
yeah.
out of firing range
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of thing.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
it's in the middle of the site, so you have people camping all round.
Really?
And so
that would be sick if it's
I
in the
like-
middle of the site.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to park behind the speakers normally, because a lot of the sound just cuts off when you're behind
Yeah.
it, because it's all
Yeah.
facing the other way.
Yeah.
Only really the bass reverberates that way, it propagates,
Through
whatever.
the ground
Yeah.
and stuff. What we were saying.
And
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
yeah,
still
yeah,
get it,
yeah.
so you feel it through the ground, but it's not nearly as loud.
Mm.
And you can camp closer
Mm.
and be like, the same volume as if you were in front of the speakers, but camped further away.
So how big would you say is like a small site, medium site, and a big site be? Like a big site be like a K by a K kind of thing, or something
Could
ridiculous?
be, yeah, something.
I would
like that,
say
yeah,
that's like I would say that's like a small site.
yeah,
Yeah, because I've seen some of them where they're like 5Ks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or
but it can
something
get
like
so
huge
big.
sites.
Like you don't even notice how big it is. It can get sometimes, like because
Yeah.
there's people camping like so far and around the trees and down this skinny track
yeah.
away from everything, so it can stretch out so far. It just depends how, like, what people want to do themselves, because there's no
Some people are happy
specific-
walking 5Ks every day to
yeah,
the rave.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
it, yeah.
exactly. People who just want to party all night will camp like right at the dance floor.
Yeah, why
open their
not?
car up and sleep with the
Yeah.
speakers just right there.
But then I guess that comes back to it's like the whole intention of why you're going out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either you're going out there for a weekend to go have a boogie at night,
Yeah.
but then during the day just enjoy the serenity
Yeah,
of the
and
forest
that's
kind of
it,
thing.
yeah.
Just hang out.
We have a lot of time during the day, so
Yeah.
you're either sleeping during the day or you're just working on some. Normally, like most people work on some sort of art or just
Yeah,
dance, because
lots
you
of that
have
kind of
music
stuff.
during the day. It's a lot more bouncy and a lot more upbeat. It's a lot of like glitch and funk
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like house, as opposed to just psytrance. You do have psytrance during the day, but
But that's what I mean. You can pick any event you want to go to, really.
Yeah,
and,
and
and
there's
they'll play
certain-
different.
typically different. Yeah,
Yeah.
typically different crews
With
have different kind of genres,
Yeah.
and like obviously set up their set list differently. And sometimes you have a main stage and a second stage, where you have like complementary music. So one stage is all psytrance and one stage is all drum and bass.
Yeah.
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 Drum and bass is
But-
really popular, hey, in that sort of
Yeah.
scene as well.
Well, it's popular everywhere in Australia, I'd say. Well, in Western Australia.
Well, in Perth it is,
predominantly.
I think,
Yeah,
but-
WA predominantly.
I'm just surprised how popular it is, really.
Well, it's been
DMB.
like that forever. It's like
Yeah.
it's been
Yeah.
like that forever.
Yeah.
That's
It's
why I
only
want to
been
start
recently since I've sort of worked it out, I think. I'm just
Where
slow
the
to
hell have
game.
you been? You've been hiding under a rock.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
It was all because of that song "Drum and Bass Father." That's
Yeah,
what-
it's all because of
That's
that.
why everyone
2
likes
years
it.
ago.
Are you
took
sure
off.
it wasn't Mackie?
Mackie G, yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
the Mackie G
Yeah.
shit. No, we need to
Some
start.
SAS.
Yeah, we got to start, talking about Andy C and freaking Goldie and all the old school
Oh,
guys.
God,
Yeah.
let's not.
Yeah. So, all right. Now we've talked about that. I got told I helped you bloody pick it up. How's your sound system going, Josh?
Oh, so we still haven't done anything with that quite yet, because
No.
it's a large speaker system and we don't want to do anything that will damage it.
Mitch, can you pull it up? How amazing it is and how loud it is as well. Like,
This is gonna be good.
Do you have a pick of the whole system?
I think Alex sent it to you.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
But then remember how we were kind of arguing because you're
Um,
being mean. You didn't want to open my messages because I'm
Was it
spamming you with
Nah, it would
interesting
be an
shit.
actual photo that he sent,
Yeah,
I would think.
it should be an actual photo.
Oh.
No, maybe not. I might have sent it to Josh. Oh, click on the link. Click on the link.
Yeah,
probably-
I've got the link up here.
probably
Yeah. Look at that though.
Um,
That's cool.
But yeah, so that's one of the tops. So we've got it's a pretty big system. It's 4 subs, and each sub is
For
about
15-inch subs. It's not 12s. It's not 8s. It's 15.
15 inch. But the entire box is probably a bit under a meter, like tall and wide and long. It's pretty much a cube. We've got 4 of these big cubes, and then 6 of those speakers you can see on the screen right there.
Yeah.
Really tells you to go to bed, Gramps.
Well, I'm already
Yeah, I was
I'm
just about to
already
say,
cozy.
yeah.
Dude, you
You're
already
in your
know
costume.
you already know I got the Gatorade saxophone off to the side here, dude. You already know.
Good old Gatey sax. Well,
Uh,
have you guys read this just quickly? Because one thing I found so funny when I was talking to Christian about this, by the way, shout out to Christian, right? up the top there. Read the top. Can you read it out to me, Mitch? Top.
Wrong. You can't buy a speaker that meets all
No,
of-
up.
That's at the top.
Skim that.
It has a run of plus 3 dB from 80 hertz to 12 hertz with 108 decibel watt
kilohertz.
coverage, average sensitivity. It must have 135 decibel output capability. Can't weigh more than 100 pounds.
Yeah, it has to be more than 12 cubic feet. Come on. 12 cubic feet in volume, and it has to cost less than $2,000.
Yep.
It seems like a simple enough task. There must be lots of speakers out there with those specs, right? Wrong.
Well, essentially, yeah, it's a hard speaker to come by, and thankfully we just had.
You're so lucky to get
It was really just
135 decibel output.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It was honestly just complete coincidence that we had a friend with some family that had these.
To have a 10 decibel per watt, right? That means literally it said like 1 watt equals 10 decibels. So to be able to get that,
And we have
135
4,000 watt amplifiers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got told that the amplifiers.
Can you even run that off of like?
No, we got told that we have to run them all at the lowest like volume of the
Yeah.
amplifiers, otherwise we'll blow them up.
You'll blow everything up.
You'd need like 3-phase power or something like that.
No,
Yeah, that's what we got told.
you actually do need to have 3 phase.
By the looks of it.
Yeah, if you go over 1200 watts, you need 3-phase, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like we have 3 different amplifiers for like the highs, the mids, the lows, and like a processor for it all. And it's like I still have to be like properly walked through how it's all set up. But yes, like we're not too sure what we're gonna do with it yet. That remains to be seen. Like obviously we're going to bring it out somewhere and test out how loud it is because
You got to.
If
We
you live
haven't
nearby, you'll
tested
know.
it yet.
we haven't tested it yet because like I said, we want someone who actually knows what they're doing to set it up and show us how, so we don't blow up or break anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to do
Um,
it, definitely.
If you're going to run that thing at any sort of like full power, you're probably going to need to find a pretty specialized generator that has 3-phase power, which is probably going to be expensive.
Normally,
Yeah.
we normally rent the generators out. Well, when I say we, like the people
The
that
event,
throw
yeah.
the
Yeah, yeah.
events, yeah, and they're these huge generators. They're like,
Big.
Petrol?
you can
Or
search
diesel?
them up if you want. They're like normally like 15 kVA
Yeah.
generators,
Yeah,
which
that's
are
what
like
we need, yeah.
they're normally as big as a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need like someone's trailing that all the way out there.
So if you're saying they're going to trail out a big generator like that, can you actually look up one of those? If that's all right.
Yep.
So how how do you make sure the truck doesn't get bogged?
That's what.
Tracks.
Yeah, that's what's
Yeah.
that's it's all in like choosing your
Location.
site
Yeah.
because you spend a good week or so beforehand, like
Yeah, because imagine just rocking
like
up being like, oh, by
looking
the
at the
way,
site.
Like we can't get the sound out. No, we can't get the power out there because
Yeah. The whole party's just.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
party
it
can't
doesn't-
happen
it
'cause
doesn't have
truck
the right
bogged
one,
in the
But like
mud.
yeah, it's normally huge ones on wheels.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, kind
Sort
of.
of.
You can
like
kind of
that.
get the idea how big it is.
Yeah.
But they're the bigger ones.
In like a
right?
triangle.
They're like as
shape,
tall
they
as
look-
you, like you,
Yeah, they're big. Like
and they're
anything.
loud. Like you, they normally have them like a good 50 meters away.
You know the
from
ones where they're working on
Like
like
that?
roundabouts and
Yeah,
they've got
yeah.
the lights on them and stuff. Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
the real like some real
Yeah, like
big
that.
versions of them. Yeah.
That's big.
Anyway, big generators.
So yeah, like when we first tested out, we can only really use one sub and one top because otherwise it's going to be way too loud.
Yeah.
Like we'll actually.
You don't want to do that in suburbia.
Yeah, definitely not.
I mean, I would.
Yeah.
It would be hilarious, but your neighbors would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
So yeah, once we
Shit's falling off
figured
like
it out
fucking-
properly,
Yeah.
like we'll definitely bring it out and like see how loud she can get.
Yeah.
But,
But that's hectic though. They sold you like an over-the-top amplifier. It's not a bad thing.
How much did the whole system cost?
Are you allowed? To
very
sell it?
very cheap. It was very cheap.
Very cheap. It's
It
all
was-
secondhand stuff.
So it was all secondhand.
Yep.
The entire rig they built them themselves, as it said that you have to build them. And one of the subs I know is worth around $1,300.
Yep.
Shit. So the different subs, they're not all the same subwoofers.
No, as in like an individual sub,
Okay.
like as in like
Because they're all
one of the subs.
individually
The
built.
driver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the driver.
So,
yeah.
So yeah, well, I mean, like one of the subs is in like a single sub is a bit over $1,000, and we have 4 of those.
It's not bad.
But we got it for it in the same price. Like,
Yeah. That's pretty good. I can't
it's
wait for you
yeah,
guys to
we
test
just
it.
we just kind of like we just leapt at the opportunity because there was definitely not going to be another one like that.
Yeah. But that's exactly it. You don't know when another sound system like that.
So now we can just sit
thing.
on it now. Like we can
Yeah.
just wait. Like we'll wait for like restrictions to lessen more and like.
Are you guys gonna do anything cool like the Pachamama crew? I want to do a shout out because Nikki and Birdie and stuff like that was a good episode. And that was really good, but. You know how they've got like the massive like the girl and the DJ in the womb kind of thing in the stomach.
Yeah, I was at that party. I love that stage.
Would you guys ever try and do anything cool like that?
We have
for
a lot
sure.
of friends who are really amazing artists.
3D stage designs. And,
Yeah.
It's
And
really
fucking
cool.
sick.
We've
bro,
already I've already had some friends who have made little like
Sorry, guys. Holy shit.
Drink more
die
wine.
silently,
Just
please.
drink more wine.
Yeah, sorry. I'll die silently next time.
More
Yeah, thank you.
alcohol.
Smash it.
This is
Smash
probably a
it.
good time to segue to those videos of your events.
Yeah, that's actually.
Oh yeah, I mean like the events that we played at.
Chill.
yeah.
Am I ordering my pizza soon?
Do you want to tell everyone what the whole pizza thing's about?
So Mitch made a bet with me that something to do with me not getting my pizza in time for the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get a Nutella pizza delivered here.
You have to order at 8:30 though.
Yeah. Unless we're gonna get not Dunkin' Donut, Krispy
Krispy
Kreme.
Kreme.
Yeah.
Paper scissors rock.
Get all of them.
Paper scissors rock. Krispy Kreme or pizza.
Well, well, your fist is out of frame, so
Okay, well,
we
yeah,
could
right.
just pretend that we're doing
Put- yeah.
paper scissors rock, and it won't matter.
All right, well on camera now. Paper scissors rock. Your
Okay, how are we
Krispy-
doing this? Is it like
your Krispy Kreme?
Rochambeau?
What the fuck's Rochambeau?
Like as in like we go paper scissors rock, or we go paper scissors rock because everyone's different.
1, 2, 3. That
Okay.
makes it
1, 2,
easy.
3.
One
yeah,
rock.
the easiest.
Yeah.
Paper, scissors on rock.
Okay, you're
Alright.
a rock.
Do it on the camera.
All right.
I'll
your
I'll
Krispy
verse
Kreme,
everyone at home.
your Krispy Kreme, right? I'm the
guess.
pizza.
Yes, okay.
Nutella
Okay.
pizza versus fucking donuts, all right?
I like both. So I win.
Rochambeau. Rochambeau.
Boom.
Fuck.
Alright, we're getting
Alright,
donuts.
We're getting
Donuts
donuts.
it is.
Fuck. I don't want to eat. All right, we're getting donuts. I'm getting fat.
But yeah, like before we were talking about that, yeah, no, like
With the videos and stuff. Yeah.
there is a lot of Psytrance gigs out bush, but there's also in Fremantle there is a lot of the community lives somewhere around Fremantle. Like it's just,
Fremantle
it's
is a bit of a
it's a cultural hub, so it doesn't surprise me that there's a lot of
cultural hub.
it's filled with hippies. Is that what you want me to say? It's filled with hippies.
Okay, wait, say it louder.
It's filled with hippies.
ASMR streams.
So we've had a lot of Psytrance gigs at the Railway Hotel in North
Yeah.
Fremantle, to be more specific.
Can we pull up their
That's
Facebook
the
page?
that's the other video. The next,
I think I've
that's
actually
the one.
I've done a reception at the Railway Hotel.
Oh,
I'm pretty
really?
sure downstairs. It was very interesting. It was a it was a wedding reception, but I was like,
You
this
might
is
want
at
the
a
volume
pub.
down a little bit.
Yeah.
So this is this is the Railway. This was at a it was like a festival that essentially happened there during the day. They had these big international acts come in.
Yeah.
And this is the side stage inside, and this is just me playing.
Are we gonna get copyright?
Probably not with this music.
Yeah,
Look at you, fucking go! You're banging.
probably not. But yeah, you can see that's me in the little dressing gown that I'm wearing right now.
You're hitting it. You're fucking getting into it.
Yeah, that was one of like that was probably one of my. I think that was my first Railway set, and
And
my
that's
only
playing
one.
on Pioneer as well, CDJs by the looks of it.
Yes. Actually, no, I was playing on Philly's decks, the
Ah,
XDJ RX2,
Yep.
which essentially is like an all-in-one, which is amazing.
Pretty good.
Um, And then you have this one, which is the Newport Hotel, which is right on the Cappuccino strip on Fremantle.
Yeah, the cappuccino script.
The Cappuccino strip. My apologies.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was Sunday Sesh. This was like an event that our
I don't
friends.
see a dressing gown on either in this one.
What's going on? He forgot.
I'm trying to remember. Did I have it? I think I had it, but it was so hot upstage that I didn't
Watch
wear
the
it.
video. You can
yeah.
talk over the top.
There was a huge hallway. That's me with my mate Philly again. Those are CDJs there.
Just quickly, right? So, with your costume attire, wearing dressing gown. So, what happens when it hits summer? Will you still wear a dressing gown?
Yeah, I guess so. Like,
well, it'd be cool though. It's part of it.
it is
right?
kind of it is kind of the whole persona with the dressing
Fuck,
gown.
that's loud.
But yeah, it's a huge hall, the Newport. Like I remember going there for the first time. They have this massive LED screen behind. It was amazing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's shut though. They're closed now. But then we were talking before, like they might have reopened their doors recently. But I'm pretty sure it's still closed, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that.
It's a
but
good venue.
That
though,
venue, yeah, we had a couple of Psytrance events there, which was great.
Yeah, and that was last year when I was playing in the streets as well, wasn't it? You guys tried dragging me to
Well, that was just earlier this year.
Yeah, actually.
This was just before the plague.
Yeah, before the plague.
Yeah.
Fucking plague.
Is that the nice way of putting it or the bad way of putting it?
It's just a different way of saying it to prevent demonetization, hey?
Yeah, I guess.
I guess we can use the word the plague
What
instead
about
of the
bubonic
COVID.
plague?
Yeah, the bubonic plague, bro. What are you on about? Get with the times. Get
That's
with the
about to-
1500s,
Yeah,
hey?
They might actually. Well, no, didn't you guys hear there was
Yeah,
two cases
yeah.
or 3 cases over in Thingo?
Yeah.
In Thingo? We're not naming countries here, right?
So yeah, like
Jordan suggests that maybe you should put liquid cooling in your dressing gown when summer hits.
Ooh, liquid cooling, nice.
Just tubes
I was thinking,
everywhere.
I just thought then I could get a camel backpack and put it under the dressing gown so you can't see it.
Yeah,
And
that
just
would
have
be
it
sick.
attached here, so you just see me just go.
I would definitely do that.
Sew
yeah.
it into your dressing gown. Just have like a full-on like sesh gown.
Camelbacks are so
You can
messy.
sew so many things into it as well.
I've
Yeah.
got some ideas. We should talk after the podcast.
Amazing.
All right, yeah, we can talk. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Shall we play this, or do you want to introduce this video?
well,
Yeah,
yeah.
what
So
is
this
this
was
one?
this.
And then we'll go on to
this,
Zach's videos as well.
So this is the gig I was
Look at your
headlining
fucking
at.
hair.
Yeah, my hair's kind of crazy when it's
It's
dry.
so good. It's a mop.
So yeah, this is the doof that just happened 2 weeks ago. This was like basically the big
And
kind
look
of
at-
like welcome back doof.
And look at those lights on the bloody roof.
Yeah, so at the moment it just shows me mixing, but there's this huge stretch tent in front of the speakers, and you have these lasers shining up against it, and it's just awesome.
How big
Yeah.
was the stretch tent? Do you remember like the actual size of it?
Yeah. It would probably be like I want to say like 20-30 meters by, or I would say probably like 40 meters by 30.
Yeah.
I would say around it roughly. I'm not too sure.
Is that tractor you're using?
Yes, it is. You know it.
What are you laughing at, Alex?
Yeah, screw you.
Yeah, and there's my mate Toomey there, just having a boogie. But yeah, this was just awesome to play. It was like it's definitely the biggest crowd played in
We
front
won't
of.
talk about the creamer there.
Yeah, what's that? What's that thing on the right hand side?
I know what you're on about,
I don't know.
dude.
Yeah, I don't know. Safe events, right?
It's decorations because the event was called Nitrous Dioxide. And on the right, you can actually see I have this little grumpy little plush toy.
Yeah.
That I had like
What's a grumpy?
as in like the dwarf, like one of the 7 dwarfs.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Grumpy and the 7 dwarfs. It was just sitting up there, just like
Have you got one at your house? Do you own one?
yes,
You do have one.
like a grumpy plush. Yes, that's what I brought.
Oh, that's yours.
That
you
is
do-
mine, I brought.
damn it! I was gonna say like for your birthday, I'll buy one. Right?
No, because I've also got
shitty one from
PJ
China.
bottoms of him as well, so I wear that at the same time.
No shit.
But yeah, that was just an awesome set. Yeah.
So
Yeah, that
you're
looks
openly saying you're one of the 7 dwarfs.
Well, I mean, like, I can't. The thing is, like, I really like the whole look of it because, like, I have like a jacket that looks a lot like the same colors as like the dwarves.
Mm.
The thing is, like, it's licensed by Disney, so I can't really use it towards my
Yeah, you
branding.
can't lean into it.
They'll get you. They'll get you. Disney gets you one way or another.
Yeah, because they won't let anything go into the public domain, but we won't talk about
If it's
that.
not Disney, if it's not business, it's Disness. Remember, kids.
Business.
No, it's a legit thing. They okay.
They
thing.
own. I think they own them like over 50% of the entire filming industry now.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Like, just a little sidetrack before we jump back on topic. Alien and Predator, they don't own the rights to Predator, but they own the rights to Alien. So if they own the rights to Alien, do you think they're going to make a horror film or they're going to make a Disney film?
Alien is a Disney princess. This is now canon.
That's it.
Um,
You know?
The kiss of death.
That's it. It's just like,
Nice
all right.
bit of acid going down your throat.
No,
you know?
it's just like, let's just bow down for Disney overlords
Yeah.
kind of thing. You know, I hope they
They're
don't
gonna
see
own
this, but they
everything
might.
soon.
Please don't sue us, Disney.
No, please. Yeah, maybe if you give us a little bit of attention, we might get some views from it. But Disney
let's-
sucks.
Let's move on now. To
All right,
Zach.
all right.
Oh,
Zach,
yeah.
You
What's
want
going
to
on?
introduce this video for us?
Oh yeah, well,
What's
this is, this is kind of like a birthday party gig we did for a mate. I think it was maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago now. But
Well, yeah, I'm talking to them.
This is your mate's
yeah,
birthday,
sorry.
right?
yeah.
Fucking sick birthday.
Yeah.
I
It
wish
was
I had a birthday like that.
yeah. It was more of, wasn't necessarily like a bush party, but it was a it's like a demolition derby. They all got together and had like all these cars and just
Really?
went ham on this huge mud pit. Yeah, and we did sound for that. And
So just like cars just like hitting each other in the background.
it wasn't.
stuff.
Yeah, that's what I forgot. It wasn't necessarily like a
Demolition derby.
it was more
Okay.
like, but there was maybe like 30 cars there, just all giving it shit the whole weekend. Like just all these like $500, $600 Commodores and stuff. You know, it was so fun.
I used to love bush parties like that.
Yeah,
When I first started DJing, I used to play at this place, right? And they actually had like a concrete burnout pad
Yeah.
next to the DJ booth, right?
Yeah,
And it
and
was so good. Like they had bird cages next to the DJ booth,
Yeah,
left and right. So
yeah.
the girls would go up and get in there, right? And they go and dance and shit. But with the burnout pad, people would bring like XLs out and little like
all
shit
these
boxes
fucking
and
little
stuff.
cars.
Yeah, and just do
it's-
burnouts,
yeah.
and then just all the smoke would come in.
Yeah,
And it was like, you
yeah.
shouldn't be breathing it in, but you don't need a smoke machine.
Yeah. Oh man, it was so crazy.
It was
yeah.
all that carbon monoxide from the bloody rubber.
Yeah.
So much fun, that kind of shit.
And we've also
Yeah,
got a
I
video
think-
of your chomp and stomp as well.
Yeah, this was the first ever kind of party we did. Like, yeah,
Is
it
this
wasn't.
like I haven't watched this yet, but is this like a full-on like trailer?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, sort of the trailer to start off and
Right.
show everyone who like Beg Deg Productions sort of was. in a
Right,
way,
okay.
Yeah.
Let's
And-
play it.
Yeah.
You can talk over the top.
And
Yeah,
so,
no, all good.
and Begged Eggs Productions is your company, right?
Yeah, it's a small like business. I'm like.
This may get copyright striked. It's a
Yeah.
pretty popular song.
Yeah.
Yeah, take the audio off, just in case.
Yeah. Might wanna.
I'll just turn it down really low.
You can turn it off. I mean,
That's
yeah.
pretty sick, though. the
But
way you
yeah, it
filmed
was.
this.
Yeah, lots of weeks of.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, that was like when I first.
Shout out to that guy.
That was me.
He
yeah.
seems pretty cool.
Yeah, it was good fun, but yeah, and it just went from there, sort of thing. It's been a lot of like grinding and stuff, and like getting
Yeah.
our name out there and whatnot. And I feel like a lot of it. But we're there now, like sort of. We're slowly getting there, and
But it just takes time.
Yeah,
Everything takes
exactly,
time.
Are you
Yeah,
charging
and-
entry for your events?
no,
No.
not.
It's a free
yeah,
event?
Yeah, unless it's at like a private property and stuff
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had
But-
to do any private property events?
Yeah,
Like
we did a river party, and that was on a good mate of ours' property, and that was like set right next to a river. Like, yeah, we had like the stage and the dance floor, and then maybe like 5 meters to the side there was this huge river that like people could swim in and stuff. There was
Really?
like, yeah, and because it was our mate's property, no one could do anything. Like, and he lives near all these other people as well, so we had like people on these boats coming past on the river and all these like hell nice yachts and stuff, and then
Oh, that would've been
seeing
sick.
seeing this kind of stuff going on the like side of the riverbed, like oh my god, like yeah, it's
Well,
pretty fun.
Here's the topic for you, because now we're talking about like the riverbed and you're getting to go swimming and having a bath kind of thing.
Yeah.
So when you go out these bush tours, it's like 3 days. Do you just not have a bath?
Yeah,
Not have a
straight
shower.
up. Oh, well, some people bring. I've seen like
Outdoor showers.
that
yeah.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah, things.
But-
I've had a mate who's just what they've done is they've got an empty can, like a V can, cut the top off, poked holes at the bottom, just filled it with water and hung it off a tree.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But I
And
mean,
then-
it'd be
Smart.
sticky because it's V.
Well, it gets
Wash it
washed
out.
out.
Yeah, I know, but it's
for a
washed
second.
out. You're just getting like V all through your hair. You're like, oh yeah, I'm bathing in it.
I mean, you're better off just waiting.
You've got
like,
to go to a doof, and then you
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
that's it.
Or
I'll
you just have
understand one
people
day.
just bring baby wipes and have baby wipe
yeah,
showers.
baby
Yeah.
wipes is your
That makes
best
sense,
friend
yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, because your hands get so dirty so
Yeah.
quickly. The moment you touch anything
Mm.
that has had contact with just the air outside,
Yeah.
it will have dust on it.
on
Yeah.
the dance floor,
Or
you go to
mud
the
or
dance floor.
something.
So touching your
Covered
camping
in
chair,
smoke.
yeah, you'll just get.
People
on your
don't
hands.
understand, like, during the COVID period, everyone's sort of like freaking out about bacteria and germs and stuff like that, but it's actually healthy for you because your body like develops immunity.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
All right.
small doses.
You heard it from Mitch. We should all binge eat your cult.
But you have like
Eat out of the bin, everyone. Eat out of the bin.
Eat out,
Right
of the bin. You heard it firsthand. Eat out of the bin.
and I think
David Wiley says, "Full power, no shower."
full
Yeah.
power, no shower,
And
yeah.
also eat out of the bin.
That's insane.
Yeah, I know, but goddamn.
And Jamie Egerton says it was absolute insanity. I think he was talking about one of your parties.
Yeah,
Probably
the,
Chop and Stomp.
yeah, the demo derby actually. Yeah.
Demo derby. Yeah,
That would have been
That was-
so good though.
Yeah,
People
it
was
was
doing burnouts and shit. Would have been
Just so
amazing.
insane. Like I couldn't. Yeah, I wasn't gonna go. Like I went. I didn't go Friday. I went
weren't
for the
gonna
whole
go.
weekend. Yeah, and Jamie's rang me up and he's like, "Yeah, no, we need you here. We need music. We need
Yeah,
more
bring the
DJs." Because
party.
there was 4 DJs for the whole weekend. I think
Yeah.
4 or 5 DJs, and
Fuck that.
yeah, I felt like I needed to go and help out a little bit. So yeah,
How many
yeah.
DJs did you take down? Like, did you organize anyone?
No, I just went down myself and I
Okay.
played hours. Like I just sit there and just do
Yeah.
it till the next DJ comes. But yeah, and it was just unlike anything I've ever seen. Like I rocked up and it was just loud engines and just like they had like pit stops set up and whatnot, like all these big trailer sheds and stuff where all the boys would like fix all the cars and stuff, and like
Yeah.
it was insane. Like they'd have cars that were like fucked and had broken parts, so they'd get the parts that did work off that car and put them in the car that needed those parts
Yeah.
Guided
to make that
cars.
car work, and then they'd
Just
take
like
that
kit
car out.
batching.
Yeah,
kit
it just
batching
kept
yeah.
doing it, and until there was just nothing left.
That's
And then
so good.
yeah.
But
And
what do you do
then-
with the cars and they're not
No,
working?
that's-
Just leave them there?
no,
I was
they
about to say, what?
the host of the party, Matty T, shout out Matty, he's a good cunt. He gets a like mechanic or like a scrap dealer guy to come in, and they try and aim for like breaking the cars closer to the gate so they can just kind of like
yeah.
tow
Pick
the
'em up
cars
take 'em
over and
out.
put and
Yeah.
there's
If
a
you're gonna be
huge-
reckless, do it by the entrance.
yeah
That's
there you
it.
go, yeah. And yeah, by the end of it it's all cleaned up and again and whatnot. It's good fun though. It was just, I couldn't believe it. Like I was
Yeah.
just something
That's a good
so
thing
different.
with like doofs is you always have a story to tell after them, no matter what.
Well, it's,
Yeah.
it's leave. It's what is
Oh,
it?
you're stumped.
Oh,
It was like it's like leave only. It's like the
Leave no
classic
trace.
leave only. Or like leave only
Leave-
footprints.
Yeah.
Take only memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
That's such a good thing, though, because that's what you should do. It's like, like when you go out and about, you've got a story to tell. It's
Yeah.
like the whole thing where it's like, if you go out and have a boring night, you have a boring night. But at least you can kind of like tell someone or whatever. It's like what happened.
Yeah.
But if you go out and have an epic night, well, you got a memory.
Yeah,
You got
and
a
you
memory
tell
to- yeah.
everyone. Yeah,
That's it. You're
yeah.
like, dude, this happened.
Yeah.
Like, this happened. Like,
Yeah.
check this out. We started eating out of the bin.
Oh God, haven't heard that
Don't
one.
remind me.
Oh.
I'm not gonna let that
What
down.
do you think is some good like no nonsense like advice you would give to somebody to go to a rave for a first time? Like some not common sense things that they might not.
Like a rave or doof.
A rave or a doof.
Right. Okay. Well, number one thing's water. Bring water.
Yeah.
One thing about like the whole legality of it is, one big tick that you have to have if you throw a legal event is that there must be accessible water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a big thing that came in the I want to say the 60s, but I think it was a bit later. It was like the 1980s. I think late 1980s, early 1990s.
That's when they started like
That's where like this
reforming all the like alcohol and like they split at the alcohol and the fishing and rec government bodies apart.
Well, how as far as I know, where it came from in Australia was in Sydney, like because they're warehouse raves in the Sydney industrial area, and then police started cracking down on that and started throwing their own like commercial raves.
Yeah.
And the other people would like, screw that, we'll just bring our equipment out bush.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like a big thing is like water, like because you always need water, and although other people will have water for you, you
just don't
still
wanna
need
be-
to bring your own.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because otherwise, if everyone's depending on everyone else to bring
There's
water, no
nothing.
one brings water.
And
That's
there's
exactly
no water
it,
but
yeah.
after the first hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah, bringing friends that you know and trust. Especially.
Also ones you know that will enjoy the event as well.
Yeah.
Some
not-
people get there, they just don't vibe.
Yeah,
it.
I've seen people that have come out there and it's not their thing
Yeah.
whatsoever, and they just
You've
stay
got to
at their
like
camp.
invite the right people.
Yeah, yeah,
What happened though when they went out there and they didn't?
they just
vibe
stay at the
with it?
camp.
yeah.
Yeah,
You just
just
got to look
chill and
after them,
hang
sort of thing, and make sure they're going okay and
Mm.
whatnot. Like don't. Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
another thing, knowing your limit. Like,
Yeah.
if you're going to drink or take any other substance, like, firstly, know what you're taking,
yeah,
and like, obviously, have like plan for
Because
what
drugs
you would
are
expect.
expected at raves, right? You
Yeah,
expect
it's-
100% of the time.
They're
it's gonna be-
expected
People are
at
there to
clubs,
get loose.
Like,
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's the
People
same
do it
thing
at
with
clubs.
clubs.
Like,
yeah.
it's
Like even at pubs.
yeah, that's
like-
what I mean. I've
yeah.
heard stories, and I go like, "Where is this?" Oh, this pub, down the road.
Yeah, it's like
That
actually
happened
at
at
a pub.
like,
Yeah, everyone's
yeah.
just popping Molly and then going to the
Yeah,
floor and
yeah,
sniffing coke. And it's
yeah.
like, damn,
yeah,
that's my local. Literally, just like no one. It doesn't even get busy on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Like there's more for a doof, but obviously warm clothes, like we said before.
Yeah.
So you want to stay warm with that, because it's honestly it's the worst thing when you're stuck by the fire the entire time, or
Yeah.
if it's a summer doof where there's no fires.
yeah.
yeah.
Because
Because it's cold at night, but you can't. Yeah, you can't light a fire.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. And
Yeah.
stuck
because
with
you have
no
times
clothes.
where it
Fire
dips
bands
below.
and all that shit.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
times where it dips below 10 degrees, but it's a fire band still. And even if though we don't have police out here, we'd like
Yeah, you don't want to risk it.
Yeah.
There's no
No
way you
way.
can.
not
risk
at all,
it.
not
No
yeah,
chance.
especially in
Yeah.
Australia.
Yeah.
And that's how good it is. Everyone, like,
Yeah,
with
well,
the
we-
whole, what you were saying before with, like, the people in charge sort of thing. Like, people are really good with it. Like,
Yeah.
the type of, like, the bigger hosts and whatnot, they did everything right with, like, even pre-COVID when all the lockdowns started happening and stuff, no doofs,
Yeah.
it just,
They're
everything.
spot on. Like,
Yeah,
switched on to it,
and they're not like, what's the word, like,
I think people misunderstand how responsible the rave community is and the doof
yeah,
community.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
feel like,
I think
yeah.
the word you're looking for is that not like Victoria.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
look, I've
exactly.
heard some stories about, we've had Jaden Rickman on and stuff like that. So I've heard some pretty shady stuff that happens in the commercialized, regulated area.
Yeah.
And
I just
my
mean, like-
comparison after going to, both things quite regularly is that I feel safer at a rave or a doof
Yeah,
than I do at a nightclub.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
I was
Same
just
here.
I was just making comparison how it's like, as you just said, Zach, it's like when the doofs happen, it all just stopped. When Corona happened, it's just like,
Yeah.
holy shit,
Yeah.
this is actually not good.
yeah,
Everything stops.
Yeah.
Wait until it's we get the okay,
yeah,
and then let's go out back and do it. And like what Mark McGowan posted today, 100 days. It's been 100 days since we've had a Corona case here.
via
Jesus Christ.
community transmission.
Yeah, via
It's
community
a little
trans-
caveat with that.
No,
but
yeah.
yeah.
it's via unknown source.
Or unknown source, or whatever the case is. Media
It's
spinning
been
the
100 days
narrative.
Oh,
since
yeah.
I've had a case where they can't trace where it came from.
Yeah, but it's
That's
still
essentially what they
it's
mean.
still one of those things though, right? Where it's like, look what happened with Victoria. Yeah,
Well, it just means
pubs are
that-
open again. Everyone get a beer. Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
it just means they're on
Bang.
top of it, basically.
50 people get it from a pub. Yeah.
But also, yeah, like the thing is, you have people want to keep going out. Like, if you trash the site or like if you burn it down, then like
yeah, it
you're
doesn't
not
help.
going to be able to go
Yeah.
back.
yeah,
Like most likely,
Yeah, but it's-
because you'll attract unwanted attention in that area.
Mm.
Like, also people can get very hurt, which can like demotivate a lot of crews to throw
Yeah.
parties.
Yeah, 100%.
And so with that, I guess like the regulars that come out a bunch, they sort of take on kind of like an unofficial role as like helping the event.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to
'Cause
actually just be able to keep it a good.
It's
fun
like
Yeah.
it's a community. Like it's almost kind of like a neighborhood watch thing. How
Yeah.
it's like the people who are there all the time, they're just looking out for everyone else because they're the ones that come back every week and see these people come like for their first and second times and having amazing experiences.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because you have like
These
that
people.
support system that's
Yeah.
allowing all these other people to enjoy their
Yeah.
time, like themselves.
Well, it's like what I've always said as well. It's like if you've got a punter that has never been to a venue before or been to a festival or anything, and they go out there and they have a good time, they're more than likely going to go back.
Yeah,
But if they go
definitely.
out and have a shit time, they're like,
No,
nah, I had
it's
bad
not for
time,
me.
stuff it,
Yeah.
don't want to go.
Yeah,
But it just sucks because
Yeah.
then you can't really be like, no, next time will be good, next time will be great.
Yeah.
But they'll
That's
be
why
like,
it's so good that
nah,
a lot of
shit.
these groups, these smaller rave and doof groups, they're curating the people that come a bit more.
Yeah.
The invite only system that I was talking about before.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Like I'm involved a bit with Soon, as you know, and I've talked about a lot on the podcast. We've had Josh and Ben on.
Yep.
And
Shout out again.
It's invite only. Like you can't just like rock up to the party. You need
Yeah,
to have somebody
exactly.
specifically invite you, and then it becomes like they vouched for you.
That's
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Sort
Yeah.
of system. And it's just created like 400 or 500 people that all know each other, that are all friends, and we've never had an issue.
That's
Exactly.
exactly it.
Yeah.
That's what's just so good because you don't get turbos, you don't get dickheads, you don't get girls that are like, oh, I'm
Well, I
going to
mean-
take a selfie every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
If you
Oh,
want
maybe, I don't
turbos,
know.
you know,
Go to
for
Scarborough.
turbos, you know, go for gold.
I mean, there's-
Go to Scarbs.
Well, yeah, that's another difference between like raves in the city and doofs is there's no signal out in most of these sites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you essentially have very little access to technology and electricity.
Yeah.
God.
Unless you bring a portable charger or like some kind of like
Or a sat phone.
or like a generator for
Yeah.
yourself, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
essentially left to like yourselves, and like you
Yeah.
have like you have to disconnect from that.
But that's what's so good though, right? Because that's like, last year, back in the day, going clubbing and stuff like that, and seeing, people at the front row just like selfieing and stuff
Well, I
like
mean,
that. It
didn't
takes
we
you
have
out
like
of it.
Shift, that event at the sewing room where they
Yeah, well, they
banned.
But how long did that
cameras.
last?
Well, I don't think it's still going anymore.
Well, I
so-
think
Yeah.
that was at Nevermind, wasn't it?
No, I don't.
it
No,
was
that
at
was.
sewing
At,
room, I think.
I thought it was at
Oh.
Gilkinson's.
I don't know. Somewhere was.
I thought it was
pretty
at
sure it was a
Nevermind.
Gil-
There was an event they were running called Shift, and they banned.
It was a
Because
good
I've heard
idea.
that at Nevermind they kind of have like it's sort of
It's an
a thing where it's
Unspoken
like
thing, yeah.
we'd prefer if you don't.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be able to
obviously.
find out next week when we get Ace on, hopefully.
Yeah, we're talking to Ace next
So
week.
exciting.
Yeah.
But is one of those things though. It's like, you can try and change the way people go out and have fun.
Yeah.
But if you change it for the worse, then they're not going to go out more than likely.
Mm.
But if you change it for the better, well, then it can help benefit it. Kind of thing.
Exactly.
It's like what we were just saying with Shift. It's like, banning, having to put stickers on your cameras or whatever. It's like most people like, if I go into this place, I have to stick a sticker on my camera. I don't
Yeah.
want to do that.
Yeah.
And then it makes you think about it. And it's like, no, I want to take photos. I want to do this.
Capture the memories.
Well, I
and
think a
stuff
lot
like
of
that,
these venues, when they do these no phone policies, they have a photographer there.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's.
I'm pretty sure Charlie was doing the photos and the videos for that. I think probably videos, not
Probably, and I think that's a good idea, is to have a photographer and to tell your patrons, look, you don't need to use your phone. We'll take all the photos for
Yeah,
you.
But
because
they
that
had-
person captures the moments, like the proper moments. They're trained to get the.
Yeah, and you can
Memories
forget about
in-
that, and you can have a good time. You don't have to worry
Yeah.
about like getting a good photo because you're
Yeah.
blazed out of your mind.
Yeah,
you know?
That's
Exactly.
it,
Yeah.
Here's the 420 blazing.
Well, yeah, we have people that come out and bring like really nice high quality DSLR cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like whether it's for like personal photography, but like they normally share it with the page afterwards.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, yeah.
And like so then you get these gorgeous photos that of like the entire stage where some people just haven't taken a photo of, or like it's that high quality of a picture that you can really only achieve that level of quality with that good of a camera.
Yeah.
Because it's shot at night, but you have these bright lasers, so you need
Yeah.
that really high dynamic range.
Yeah.
that
Um,
makes 100% sense. It's like with that video you showed us before, where it's like the circle lights, the lasers on the bloody roof. So if you didn't have a camera that could get that clarity,
Yeah.
That
you
was-
wouldn't
yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
That was shot on a mate's phone. I think it was a pretty recent iPhone, and they've
Goddamn phones. And
yeah,
goddamn
the
cameras.
cameras that they've got on those phones now are pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. So just don't buy Huawei. It's Chinese. It's shit. Apparently it's good.
Yeah.
The
but-
thing about like, we're gonna get into photography stuff. I'll try and make this quick.
Oh, I will you now. Okay.
I'll try and make
Mitch.
this quick. Phone sensors are getting really good, obviously, but they're still tiny little things.
Yeah, this is where I
Right, and
100%
there's-
agree.
It's physics. Like, if the smaller it is, the harder it is to get,
More
a
into
high quality image. So
Yeah.
with a DSLR, you're getting either a full frame or a smaller micro four thirds sensor. I can't remember the sizing. It's been too long since I've sold cameras. Anyway, but a DSLR is just going to be so much better in a dark environment, like a nightclub. You're just going to get like richer colors. You're going to get none of that crappy grain. You're going to get like nice grain. And you're obviously going to get like a much higher resolution, much higher megapixels, because like DSLRs can take like 50 megapixel photos.
Pretty sure we were talking about that with Hugh as well. So shout out to Hugh Marsh, the photographer.
I was about to say, yeah, like when you guys are talking about like nightclub photography, that's the guy who pops first into mind.
Yep,
Hugh,
Hugh.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Shout out to Hugh, by the way.
Yeah,
I
he's
already
taking
did
some photos
that.
of me. That
Shout out
great.
again.
I'm shouting.
No,
at you.
I'm
mate.
shouting out. I want to shout out.
No, I'm shouting him out.
No, I want to shout
no,
out.
I'm shouting you out. I don't
This is
even know
not
who you
fair.
are.
This is my podcast, guys.
Yeah. Oh, what's the
you.
time, by the way? Don't you have to order the donuts?
No, should we order the donuts? Or
It's
let's
too
just-
late now. It's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
come
across
right
the
after
road. We'll just go pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh,
next
Alex,
time.
you failed
Grandpa.
on it. We're gonna have to make you dress up as Sailor Moon for the next podcast. You heard it here first, everybody. We're going to interview Ace Bassix, one of the owners of Nevermind Small Club,
Yep.
and he's going to be dressed as Sailor Moon.
Yes.
I guess so.
That'll be.
I've said it now. It has to happen.
It has to happen, guys. I'm dressing up as Sailor Moon.
I'm buying you a Sailor Moon costume. I don't care.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's a promise.
I'm scared.
What size
now.
are you, by the way?
Extra large.
Ooh, you have to
No,
find
no,
a
no.
local store
No,
as
no,
well,
no.
because no way you're gonna be able to order it in time.
Wait, I'm not
online.
XX.
It's gonna be
XL.
interesting walking into like I don't know an adult store and being
Oh, you
like, hey,
guys.
do you have like a sexy Sailor Moon costume?
I'm not XL though. I'm actually extra thick.
Extra thick.
Extra thick. So, how much time we got left? Oh, we got 15 minutes. All right. Mitch, come on.
What?
Topic.
Content.
Yeah,
Come on,
content.
people.
Come on, where is it? Where is it?
I need content.
I need content. I need it.
I can't provide that for you, unfortunately.
Well, can you please look up the decibel rating? This is one thing we didn't go into, right? So your sound system is 135 decibels. Right. How loud is a fighter jet?
It's loud.
Yeah, it's loud.
It's loud.
It's pretty loud.
It's a lot. It's very loud.
It's like 138 or
One
something.
thing I didn't mention is like things that you might not think to bring out are earplugs.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Because a lot of like most of the people I know who are like I guess DJs who've been out a lot actually all have earplugs. I can see them on your keychain. You got earplugs. Like
Yeah.
I've got one of my keychains. Like it's fine to be in front of like these sound systems for like a couple of like I guess like an hour at a time, and like and if you're at like a certain distance. But
especially
when
if you're at a commercial event, because they usually monitor the level.
yeah,
Mm.
but like the thing is, out bush, there aren't any walls to worry about echo and reverberation, so you can have
Just
them as
crank
loud
it.
as possible,
That's it.
and it'll
Yeah.
just the sound will travel out.
Yeah.
All we'll do is shake some trees.
Yeah. So if you're going to be out there a lot and like wanting to be close to those speakers, you just want that protection because otherwise you won't be able to even enjoy the music in 20 years time.
Yeah, ears are something.
And
that you don't wanna
especially if you're
damage.
working around it a lot,
Yeah.
you're gonna be walking in front of it, and like even the monitors sometimes are that loud that I even have like my earplugs when I'm behind the decks.
Yeah.
Just
Just quickly, right? Whilst we're talking about this, whoever's watching this right now, can you help us out? Right? The guest, not the guests, the people watching. So we were trying to find a video of what when you see on like Facebook and stuff like that, the people sticking their heads in the subwoofer boxes and just seeing like all just their hair going absolute nuts and all sorts of shit. What is that called? Because we tried looking up hippie sub box and that didn't come up.
Like, put your head
naked
in a
hippie and
subwoofer.
subwoofer. Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll
I don't
try
know.
on the
Look up
tags.
bass explosion doof party or something. I don't know.
But
Yeah, we've.
We're-
I'll try after this, but at the moment we've got the decibel range.
All right, here we go. But yeah, anybody watching, please help us out because we want to find some funny
So-
videos of that stuff, but we can't find it.
so normal conversation, we're talking at 60 decibels.
60
right
to
now.
Yeah, it's
70
pretty
decibels.
loud,
Now,
right?
thing is about what I don't think people realize about the decibel range. It's a logarithmic scale. So in layman's terms, when you're going up in 10, I think it's if you're going up in 10 decibels, it's twice as loud.
Yep.
Actually, no.
Depends where you
It's
are.
about twice as loud.
I
I'm
think
pretty
it's-
sure. It's like 1.7 or 2.
Oh, I think it's 10 times as loud.
Look at us trying to
okay.
do math.
I'll have to double check. It's either if you go up
This
10
guy.
decibels, it's either twice as loud as like the value 10 low, or it's 10 times as loud.
Well, this gives you an example of what it is. So you've
Yeah.
got obviously normal conversation and background music is 60, and then yours can peak at 138, which is stock car races or a gunshot
Yeah.
or a siren at 100 feet.
Yeah, and scroll
And
down.
the thing is, a lot of those are very short bursts. So, like with the race car, it's normally like the engine backfiring or like the exhaust.
It's
and with
usually
a
measured
gunshot, it's legitimately like a
gun-
Yeah,
couple
this
of
is
milliseconds.
Sustained 130.
But this is a constant like of like,
So it's like getting
all
a
this.
gunshot, like
Yeah, but a shotgun like across the entire audio spectrum. If you think about,
I
it.
just have to call you out quickly. So, are you looking at a California website?
I'm looking at
.ca.
myhealth.alberta. It's Canadian.
Canadian, okay.
Ooh.
well-
No, we like Canadians.
Yeah. No,
What's wrong with Canadians?
Yeah, what's wrong with what's wrong with Americans?
This is
that what you're saying?
myhealth.alberta.ca.
You're the one.
guy.
You're the one reading into my phrases here.
No,
I'm
you're the
saying,
one
I'm
reading
just
into what
saying
I'm
we like
saying.
Canadians. It doesn't mean I don't like anyone else. It's not
No.
mutually exclusive.
I was just saying that thing, that statistics, it was right, but it was also wrong to an extent, I would say. It was correct on like the decibel readings, but A, fighter jet wasn't on there, right?
It's
B-
wrong if it doesn't include a fighter jet.
No. But B, right, usually it tells you the distance. So it'd be like, if you're firing a gun, is that here at your head?
Yeah, true.
Or is that over here?
Yeah.
Usually that kind of thing is
I
rated
assume
as-
they're talking about roughly a meter away.
I'm pretty sure when it gets into like heavy traffic,
extent.
it's up to like 3 meters away or something. Because then obviously, you know, like cars,
I don't know why we're being pedantic over the specifics.
because
Really,
I like sound.
But it's just loud. It's stupid loud.
138 decibels is really loud.
It's very loud.
Like like I
think
said,
it's
we still gotta test how loud it can get.
yeah.
But we know it's gonna be stupid.
You should buy a decibel meter just for that, just to see what
I'll
happens.
rent one out if it's just gonna be the one.
They're not
I've got a
really
mate who has one
expensive.
if you want one.
Yeah, even there you go. Yeah, like they're not actually that expensive. I think they're like $150, $200 on eBay.
Yeah.
But then you know you go to J-Car and it'd be like $400 maybe.
Shit.
So what is this? The decibel limit for legal live venue 85 decibel.
So 85 decibels is the WA legislation sets a workplace exposure standard level equivalent to 85 decibels.
Yep. And
Okay.
Average
hours.
over 8 hours.
Or
Okay.
peak noise level of 140 over 8 hours.
The
Yeah.
thing is, would this be inside or outside? Because I feel like
inside, outside's completely different,
yeah.
unfortunately.
okay, because I feel like that's very loud for it being inside.
Well, 85 decibels inside.
Well, 140.
Oh, no,
decibels at
100
peak.
Yeah, peak. Yeah,
Yeah, but
that would be
that's not sustained.
that would be with the bloody.
That's 85 average, 140.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 140 peak would be like, I don't know, like you have to get some sort of not certificate. What's the thing where it's you go and ask the government to be able to have
A
shit?
permit.
Yeah, permit,
Yeah.
that shit. So yeah, it'd be like a permit to say like, you know, our live act is going to play at midnight and we're going to crank it to 130 decibels kind of thing, or
Yeah.
140.
True. Red line headlining.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then that, you know, like 85 decibels at every bar I play at, usually that's kind of the limit. Not even kidding. Like there's a bar I play at which is attached to a hotel, right? And with that bar, since it's attached to the hotel, it's not so much you have to abide by that. If we go over that, we get in a lot of shit because it's attached to a hotel, which is the most diarrhea bullshit thing ever. But what can you do?
Yeah.
What? Don't make fun of my little swear
Diarrhea
words.
bullshit.
Yeah,
Like,
you can
damn.
use it if you want.
Take that.
You're right. You can keep that one.
Okay, yeah, I'll keep it then.
But yeah, like it's
Don't look at me like that. How long we got?
it's
left?
just loud. It's just
Very loud.
we've already had someone ask if they could like rent out the system, and we're
So
thinking
you would
about
actually
if we.
consider that.
I mean, like it's friends, so like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's for like a birthday party, but we're like even then we were thinking we won't even have to bring the whole thing out. We just have to bring a single sub and probably
Yeah.
2 tops,
Yeah.
and that's like literally using
For
like
a backyard party, I don't think you can.
it'd be like apparently like a paddock, apparently like a private property.
Yeah.
Like even then, yeah, we only need like a quarter or like
Two
a third of
15s is
a
all you
quarter
need.
of the subs and a third of the tops.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
exactly it. And like if you position the tweeters as well, if you had the tweeters like that or something like that, and then you just had 2 subs in the center, you'd be set.
yeah, it's like I said, yeah, it remains to be seen how far we can push it.
I
And
would just be
it
very
gives us
careful though.
yeah, it gives us a lot of flexibility
It's
because we
just-
can have much smaller parties and then we can have a lot bigger
Those
ones.
amplifiers though, I would just be very careful with them. Because have you ever blown speakers before? It's a lot of fun, but it's really scary at the same time. Like I've plugged a 15-inch subwoofer into the AC before, right? Like wired it up and put it on a power plug and then plugged it into the power. Copper voice coils shoot out very fast and can gut
Ooh.
things in half.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but you're lucky because it's enclosed and the subs are facing that way in that box. But the thing is, the last thing you want to do is blow up a magnet. If you're running everything on minimum, and then some idiot walks past and cranks it, you know, it'll get very loud. Then all your speakers will cut,
Yeah.
and you might blow something. Maybe unless there's a
One of them
circuit
blockers.
breaker thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get. I'll
fuses and
invest in a. I'll invest in a little metal box with a lock on it,
Yeah.
like a little padlock thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So like only those who know can access it. But the thing is, like, it's still like it's like there's still nothing stopping someone from walking up and cranking up the mixer.
Yeah.
Right? But like it's like that's why you just have people there. Like
Yeah,
you
you have
know,
to be
like
careful, yeah.
you obviously have a DJ there the entire time. But obviously it's like they can be
A bit-
preoccupied.
exactly.
They can be preoccupied mixing.
Yeah.
But like
they can be
get too hyped
preoccupied.
and quickly, you know.
Adjust
Yeah,
the
yeah.
trim,
Dial
just-
up
that's
and-
why you normally have
That's it. Oh, this one's the volume. I'm going to turn it up louder.
and that's why you normally have friends. Like I normally always have a friend with me watching my levels. Like just because God forbid I'm not going to be the one that ruins the sound system out there.
Yeah, you
Um,
don't want to do
have a
that.
sound guy,
like-
guys.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're
Even
very
before I
expensive
hop
to
on it, I
hire.
think I don't have like everything right or whatever because I'm still new and whatnot. I don't have my head fully wrapped around like the whole like. all
But that's
the
still a good thing though.
sound-
If you're getting someone to help you out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I won't try and take it all on myself and like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I can do this. It's only one knob or it's only one, you know, because that could be the difference between, you know, really fucking something up, or
Yeah.
like a good party, and like.
But that's
someone
exactly
helping.
it, right? And it's one of
Yeah.
those things where it's like sometimes it's better to get someone to show you how to do it,
Yeah.
rather than just go, yeah, well, no, I've used multiple systems in the past.
Exactly,
I know
yeah.
how it works.
Yeah.
Don't worry
And
about
that's-
it.
yeah,
And then
it's
I'm just
real
going to
good.
crank your sound system, blow all your subs.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
It's not good.
I've seen people out there and about before do that kind of shit before, where it's like, you know, my uncle's pub back in the day, Velvet Lounge, and we used to have a whole setup. We used to hire the whole setup, and you just like they have a big mixing board. But then you have guys just come and be like, yeah, nah, just switch it on, do this, and
Yeah.
like turn it on the wrong way, and like I've always been told that when you go to set up, like you go and turn on like a nightclub system or like, you know, a hired out PA system kind of thing with a switchboard and stuff like that. I think don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure it's you go speakers first, and then you go like the middle section, and then you go the mixer, and then so when you go to turn it off, it's the mixer, the middle section, and the speakers last. I'm pretty sure. But if
Yeah.
you do it in the wrong way, apparently you can just like.
Yeah, there is a certain way that
Yeah.
you've got to do that kind of
But
stuff.
if you turn
yeah.
on, I'm pretty sure.
I
if you
think
do,
that rule only really applies if you've got like live music going through it.
And it depends
Yeah.
whether or not it's like an active or a passive speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
that's
you have
true,
like
yeah.
powered speakers are literally designed like because like the subs we have, it's legitimately just a
Plug-
single speak-on cable that
That's
plugs
it,
into
yeah.
the back.
Yeah, it's active, right?
And,
No, it's
like-
passive. Sorry, yeah,
Passive.
passive.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
passive. So it's basically like you don't turn on the speaker.
Yeah.
So it's basically either it's already connected to the amplifier when you turn it off and it's not.
Mm.
And either way, you've got like run a risk because you can either turn on the amplifier and there's already music coming through at a really high volume, or you can have the amplifier turned on, you plug it in, there's a transient just from you plugging it in.
That's exactly it. And
So-
then you get static and pop and crackle and
Yeah, so it's like what I've learned so far, my knowledge is like you just have all the volume knobs turned down all the way
Yeah.
before you even turn a single thing on.
yeah.
So everything's plugged in, and then like yeah, there is an order to it. Like, and you normally it's like I guess a car battery where you do the reverse.
Yeah.
To
Just remember,
unplug
kids,
it.
don't put negative and positive and positive on negative. Red goes
Yeah.
on red, black goes on black.
Yeah.
I remember PNNP.
PNNP.
So you attach the positive to the positive, negative to the negative when you're starting it, and then when you're taking them off, you take off the negatives first and then the positives.
Yeah.
Because the negative is where the electrons are traveling. That's where the actual
Yeah.
charge goes.
Yeah, and the sparks and
So
stuff.
you want
yeah.
that to be the last thing to, I guess, complete the circuit and the first thing to break in the circuit.
Yeah.
But that's just like general life stuff that you should know.
Facts, though.
Just be careful though, because you know, like you can stuff cars and you can stuff the computers in cars if you attach the battery terminals in the wrong order.
Yeah.
Not like as I said, like going positive negative, but like if you go positive to positive and then negative negative, or you do it in a specific way or whatever, and then you turn your car on, then you turn their car on, you can actually
Don't do
completely fuck
Don't do the
computers.
movie thing where you have them connected to a battery and you like
Yeah.
what's it called, hit them together and
Yeah.
cause sparks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because that will you either electrocute yourself or
Just by
you will
active
destroy the
speakers.
battery.
Yeah, and it's also
Yeah.
one of those things as well, right? Just the last thing before we go back onto the topic, right? For the last 15 minutes, if you got to change the oil in your car, right, and you take the oil out of your car, make sure you put oil in your car before you drive it to the service station to go buy oil. I had a friend who literally drained his car of oil, drove it to the servo, and then couldn't start it because it's seized. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like, oh,
That's
there goes your
Why would
20
you do
grand
that, though?
car.
I just feel like that's like just a dumb thing to do, really.
Yeah.
Sorry, no offense to you.
No, no,
I've seen
right?
this-
But like, what?
Have you seen the video where this guy fills his entire fuel tank with SpaghettiOs and then gets a mechanic to fix it?
Yeah.
Like,
What, on purpose or?
yes, on purpose.
Yeah.
What
I've
does the
seen that, yeah.
mechanic say?
Like
Oh, he's just
he
like,
was.
it's fucking spitty.
Like, he
Yeah.
was just like someone's pranks you do, like hard. But the thing is, he filled the entire fuel tank. He got like cans, like the tons of cans, like were this tall, like this wide, this long, and then like it stacked up that high.
Yeah.
He had like cans upon cans of SpaghettiOs. It went
Yeah,
all the
60
way
liters
through. Like it
of
went, it pretty much
SpaghettiOs.
went through the entire engine and
Guess he
out
just
like
didn't
the
want his
fuel
car
line
then.
at the bottom.
Yeah. Here's the
that's
fun.
cool.
here's
I
the-
saw a lady filling her oil up with canola oil.
Yeah, no, but you can
She
do
just
that.
went into Woolworths, bought canola oil, and then
No, but older
I
cars
thought it was
can
like
do
I
that.
thought it was like sunflower oil. or
This was
something
like-
No,
that.
it can be sunflower flour.
this was like a
canola.
2012 Hyundai.
It's
It
both.
was Getz or something.
Yeah, I
Is it
wouldn't
the
do it.
Tesla?
I wouldn't do it on normal
Shit.
new
Runs
cars.
on canola oil.
But
Huh?
older cars, like when I was growing up, I'm pretty sure it was my grandparents, right? They actually
Why
had.
wouldn't you just spend the extra couple of bucks and buy car oil? Like,
No, what, dude? Car oil is expensive.
not
like-
really.
Yeah, but like, so hear me out, all right? So my grandparents, right? What they would do is back in the day, with the food court in Busso, right? They used to get all the offshoot oil. And it's like, all the fucking dirty oil and stuff like that. They can take it back to their house, filter it, and throw it in their petrol. And it works. As long as you filter it and get all the nasty shit out of it, it's oil. It's burnt oil, but it's an old car.
This isn't the Bogan Rogan, by the way. I don't know why we're giving people Bogan Rogan tips.
Look after your car, guys. Don't forget, like and subscribe and look after your car. And don't forget as well, eat out of the trash.
Yeah.
Mitch told us to do it.
Don't eat out of the
Regular
trash.
thing, is it?
It's going to be a regular thing. Every episode, I'm going to get you to slip up. And they're going to use it for the rest of the episode.
Hey, guess what, Alex?
Eat out of the trash.
Guess what?
Eat out of the trash.
Guess what?
What?
We're in our last 10 minutes.
I know. And I got to dress up as Sailor Moon next week.
Yep.
Fuck you.
I can't wait.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
This is
good.
going to be shit. Oh, God.
It's gonna be cold for you.
Yeah. I'm going to be wearing a skirt. Do I get stockings?
Yeah, if you want.
Okay.
You gotta do your hair up as well, though.
I can kind of do my hair up a little bit.
You make it pretty sad.
Do like two little like pigtails.
That's it. Yeah. Just like hanging off. Dye my hair blonde as well.
Yes.
Yes.
You gotta
I
shave
reckon
as
that
well.
would be good.
No, I'm not shaving. I'm going to grow it out. Get a dirty long mane going. So we've got 10 minutes left. We've covered so many fucking topics tonight. What else can we talk about? Josh, come on.
Yeah, surely that big
Come on,
brain
Josh.
of yours can think of something.
Well, do we really want to
Well,
go
it's the
down
last
that
10
rabbit
minutes.
hole?
We have to plug.
That's it. It's the plug time. I was wondering if you'd be able to catch up on that. Like-
Sure, Alex.
Okay, plug time.
We got electrical plugs. We got like plugs that go in the sink.
Oof, meta joke right there.
It's a shit joke.
Do you have any?
Got butt plugs.
Yeah, do you
Butt
have
plugs.
any like extension cables? I'm looking like 5 meters.
That's
you know?
it.
Oh, I've got like a 30-meter one in the boot right now.
Oh, that's a bit
shit.
too long for me, you know.
Is it? Oh, what's it rated at? Is it like 24 AWG?
Yeah, pretty sure. It's like 24
You just
volt.
made that up, didn't you?
No, I did not. That's
24 AWG.
I know what
AWG,
AWG
yeah.
means, but like it's 24 volt because that's like normal mains power.
Yeah, but you know, you get
Alright,
your thick cables, the thick cables that handle more power. AWG 24. Bam. Yeah, straight over the head, Mister. I'm a chippy carpenter. You know all that sort of stuff.
Me, no.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. You know,
plugging. Oh my
I have
God.
very
Electric-
pink, fluffy, velvety hands because I haven't done any work with them.
you're saying you're a soft boy.
I'm a soft boy.
You're a soy boy.
I'm a soy boy.
He's not a soy boy. He's a soft bear.
That's what you want to call me. Anyway,
Guys, so
Josh, we were talking about any events that you might have coming up.
Well,
Like,
I don't have any events personally that I'm throwing coming up, but like I'm sure that there'll be plenty of announcements if that ever happens. I'm playing out a couple of doofs coming up, but
you probably can't tell. Say.
well, I mean, like I can, but it's like yeah, if you already know about it, I
don't
guess
know about
like
it.
no, as in like
whole podcast
people.
talking about doofs, so.
yes.
No,
tell
as
me
in
about
like
it.
those who know about it already know about the doofs, so there's really no point in me saying it. But
Yeah.
I guess
Sneaky squirrel business.
Well, that's the thing. Like, how do people like who want to get into a doof get into a doof?
You gotta
Yeah.
know the right people.
it's kind of hard because you obviously don't. You can't just trust people who just randomly message you out of the blue, say like, "Hey, I want to go out
Yeah.
bush, can I get an invite?"
Yeah,
Because I don't want to be the one who invites a cop to a party.
yeah, you need
Yeah.
a friend. Like,
So it's like it's really just like you've got to just go talk to the right people.
And like
It's-
the vouching and stuff, like you were saying before, with the raves and whatnot.
but what
it's-
if you don't have any friends that like to party and you just want to party?
That's. It's
I
bad
feel
luck.
like I do. It's,
Just message someone and be like, I have no friends that like to go to raves, but I'd still like. to
Can
go
I
to
be
a rave."
invited?
Yeah.
By the way, I'm not undercover police officer.
well, yeah, I guess that's
It's hard.
it's hard because normally if you are interested in that, you already have a group of friends who are like that.
yeah.
It's I find it's very unlikely that there's someone who is that keen to go out and doesn't have some sort of connection because they must have heard about it somehow.
Yeah.
So if they really want to figure it out, they'll chase the channels that they've heard it through.
Mm.
That's
'Cause-
it, yeah.
Fair enough.
Like it was my friend that like it was just a friend of mine that was like, "Hey, come on down," and so he invited me. But like if I ever heard about them out bush, I would talk to the person who first told me about it and be like, "Hey, who'd you hear it about? Like who'd you hear it from?" And go
Yeah.
from there.
But it is one of those things though, where it's like, you know, if you want it so much, if you pursue
Gotta
it, then
chase
you'll
it.
find it. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you chase it, you'll find it, kind of
Yeah.
thing. And that's how sometimes life can
Sometimes.
work.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
Yeah.
You know,
Like
you
I completely stumbled upon it. It was just my friends were like, "Hey, come out bush one time." And I
and
was
you're
just like,
God damn.
I was just like,
sick.
"Okay, I've heard about them, but I never really knew much about
What
it."
about you, Zach? How did you stumble across?
It's
your
more
first
like, yes, I had one closer friend go to them and kind of come back to it and go like, you guys need to come to this. Like,
Right.
this is just something for you.
So how
guys,
did he
you
get
know?
an invite? You know what I
She
mean?
got an
Or she?
invite because, yeah, again, another group of friends that
Yeah,
aren't as
you have
close
to
with
know
us.
someone.
Yeah,
It's
it's
someone
always
who knows someone
yeah,
who knows someone who
it'll-
knows someone, because that's
yeah.
how it always is.
Yeah.
That's it.
Start
Secret
making
squirrel
friends,
business.
people, if you want to come to raves.
That's it. Make friends.
Yeah.
Do it.
You'll find
Yeah.
somebody probably.
Everyone that's watching right now, make friends.
Go to Frio
Good life-
and just
life lesson.
go to Frio and walk up to the first person with dreads and some kind of psychedelic
Be
looking
like, hey, you want to
clothing.
be my
Yeah.
friend?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, not subtle. Or
This is all
subtle,
soundbite.
like,
Hold out your
Especially,
hand,
especially
like,
if you do it at
yeah.
midnight. Approach random strangers in Frio at midnight.
Oh, midnight
Tradies.
especially.
Yeah.
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 Especially around the train station.
Yeah.
They love that.
That's it.
Best doofs.
Especially if they're trying to sleep.
Straight up. Yeah. I mean, they're in a doof. You know, you're just.
So
trying to
how
go
can people
home.
find you as Zeta?
People can find me. No one can ever find me because I'm not real. I'm an idea.
Oh, there you go.
But no, you
heard
can.
it first.
But I also have a Facebook. If you
I
want
also
to.
have a Facebook.
He does have a digital timestamp.
Was it's like facebook.com/who the fuck is Zeta.
Is that actually? What
Yeah,
it
that's
is? Nice.
who and
Links will
TF.
be provided in the description of this video for anybody who's
Or
interested
just
to
search
find
up
us.
Zeta, ZEDA, and I also got my SoundCloud under the same name, ZEDA. Don't click on the one with the dogs as the profile picture because
You're
that
gonna-
is an imposter of me.
What you should do is you should message them and be like, I'm the real Zeta.
Well, the thing
Fuck
is, they
off.
set up their SoundCloud account after me.
Did they?
Yes, I know
I
for a
would message
fact.
them. I'd be like, nah, it's my turf. Territory, bro.
I'm not gonna be-
off.
They do drum and bass, and they're in the UK. I do
Yeah,
psytrance. I'm in
so?
Australia.
I'd tell them straight up and be like, nah, it's my
I'll
name.
just-
You
I'll
should
just-
just
one
message him
word
and be
for-
like, I'm the drum and bass master.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, he's a producer. He makes his own stuff, so like I can't really knock that.
Yeah.
Because that's better than me.
You don't
And
knock
plus, like,
it.
I'll just if I'm better, then it'll show
In
in
SoundCloud.
like when I'm above him in the search results.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm number 2 in the search results at the
yeah.
moment.
Just do something funny, like message him and be like, "Oh, dude, bruh, put an extra D in your name."
Yeah.
Just so it makes
Zeta.
it, so it makes it different.
Yeah, just search up Zeta, ZEDA.
But yeah, very nice, very nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about you, Zach?
Yeah, what about you?
No, I don't have a specific Facebook for myself, but I DJ for my crew, Begged Egg Productions, and you can find them on Facebook. And yeah, all of our like small party skits and stuff will be on YouTube as well, and stuff under the same name. But yeah,
And the same way for invites for your party, you just sort of you need to know somebody.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Sort
I love how
of,
I'm asking the pointed questions. Can
Oh,
people come to your
excuse me.
party for free?
Yeah,
Please.
no,
Please don't rock up to random. Yeah, well, I mean,
well, I mean, if you're invited, you're invited.
well,
right?
you usually don't get the location for these things unless you're invited. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Secret squirrel business.
Secret squirrel.
I think. Should we wrap it up?
I don't know.
Well,
Why
we've
don't you
got
tell
like
me?
4
me, Mr.
minutes
Host?
left. Like,
Yeah,
fuck.
wrap it up.
No, we got 4 minutes left though.
Well, I mean, we can stare at the camera for 4 minutes.
Oh, pull up the
Well, that's
pink
all
guy.
just like-
Pull up the Mr. Pink.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
actually,
the
no,
pink
yeah, that's
guy.
what we're
Yeah.
gonna look at whilst I stare at the camera.
Yes, this is American. So this is what's happening over in like the
What did we
American
search
scene.
up again?
Mr. Pink.
yeah.
And just psytrance, I guess, afterwards.
This thing.
Yep, there you go.
Oh yeah, I'm sick of looking. at
So
the
this
camera.
guy, yeah, so there's this guy that comes out every like to all these festivals in America, and I think maybe South America as well.
Would you say he's from this world?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Physically, yeah, but I don't know. I think his mind has gone on journeys. But yeah, he always dresses up in full pink, has those ears as well, all blended in.
If I saw him at night time, I would run.
Yeah,
I would be so scared.
Like, he is fully aware of how he looks.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. People come out here and they create these personas out
Yeah.
bush.
Yeah.
Like, I guess my kind of thing is the whole, like, Gramps and, like, the whole grandpa, grumpy kind
I
of
can
thing.
imagine a lot of people who are on drugs would freak out seeing him.
Yeah, I would. I'd be
sure.
like, God damn, there's a devil.
Like,
in
I mean, you got
bush."
the two ladies right there who are just like, what?
yeah,
on
and then there's
earth?
just people who are kind of used to it, just like look at him like, oh yeah.
Yeah, the people who have
See,
been
look at her
like,
leg
"Oh,
as well.
Yeah,
her
I've
leg's
seen you
twitching.
before.
Her leg is just like, uh oh, we gotta run soon.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
gonna jump at us.
Yeah.
This guy's a bit whack.
What a lad, to be honest. You're out there in pink budgie smugglers. You painted your whole body pink. You've got a rattle or some sort of
Doof
So-
stick.
doof stick,
Doof stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Miniature
you're
doof
dancing like I don't even know.
Well,
I
I
guess he's
guess-
probably been gone for a while. But yeah, look, he's been around the place.
2013. Look at that. Like,
Yeah, there
he's
you go.
doing it for years now.
Is he on the main?
He's been
Oh, no, he's
around.
like-
There he
yeah,
is.
That's yeah.
Oh, he's backstage.
Or he's
Yeah,
like,
because he goes on main stages as well. Like,
Kind of
while
looks
some-
like William Dafoe.
kind of. But yeah, you see, you have the people who are just like, oh, this is crazy, but like,
Yeah, that's part of the reason. Like,
Wait, Mitch, can you look up William Dafoe SpaghettiOs? I think
Why?
it's SpaghettiOs. No, what is it? What does he say? Ravioli. Look up William Dafoe ravioli.
Willem Dafoe.
Is it? No,
I
it's
believe
Willie,
so.
Will I am.
I'm pretty
Damn,
sure
he's
it's
climbing a tree.
Not
Quickly.
Willem
Quickly.
Dafoe.
Yeah. Damn. Damn. Yeah. His name's Will M.
Willem Dafoe. Yep, I knew it.
Damn, the fairy's up in a tree. And then look
what am
at
I?
and then look up ravioli,
Ravioli. Ravioli.
the first one. And full. Just make it loud.
Ravioli.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Okie doke.
Yeah.
On that note,
Yeah. On that note,
freeze frame.
on that note, I think we should wrap it up.
Oh yeah,
Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Yeah.
that's all good.
Cheers for
Episode
having us.
33, right? Nah, it's 34. 33. One of them.
I will literally start ignoring you soon.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
You can't ignore
Watch
me.
it.
No, I'm the host. You can't ignore me. So thank you so much, guys.
No, that's all good, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us
We'll
on.
definitely
It
get you
was
guys
great.
back on
Yeah.
in the future.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Zach.
That's my name.
Thank you, Mitch, for doing your goddamn thing.
Thanks, Mitch.
All
Yeah,
right,
cheers, Mitch.
we'll see you guys next week. All right?
Yeet.
With some more surprising guests.
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Yo.
Epstein